Thank you for joining us. Our sign language interpreter tonight is Maresho Witi, and I am Ashley Mazuri. Now, tonight could spell the beginning of elections nightmare for some aspirants. Chief Justice Martha Koome says the ghost from an impeachment of a governor hangs on their neck despite starting a process of challenging their impeachment in court. Koome further says that it is only upon the nullification of an earlier impeachment that the said governors will be off the hook. At the same time, persons convicted and sentenced still carry the burden of the conviction, even if they have appealed it, until such a time the conviction is overturned. Ibrahim Karanja reports that former Nairobi Governor Mike Mbuvi Sonko, former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu, and Sirisia Member of Parliament John Waluke are some of the leaders with ghosts of past cases that could lock them out of the elections.
Chief Justice Martha Koome appeared in a morning show on Spice FM, which is one of the Standard Group's radio stations. Here, she burst the bubble of impeached governors who thought their names would appear on the ballot papers after they moved to challenge their impeachment in court.
The IBC explaining that according to the law, the moment you appeal, it's like the judgment that had been delivered is lifted and you are now innocent until proven guilty again. And yet, when it comes to people who've been impeached, from where I sit, it doesn't seem to apply, because if you're impeached, you're permanently impeached. Even if you have a case in court, you're still impeached. Is there a bit of a conundrum here, or is it that
I don't know, because when I listen to you, you answer the question. When you're impeached, you're impeached. When you are sentenced, you are sentenced.
Madam Chief Justice,
until the sentence is set aside.
Yes, I'm not as bright as I sound. I'm actually... Explain this to me so that I understand it.
That is exactly what it is. If you are impeached until that impeachment is lifted.
According to Koome, the ghost of an impeachment hangs around the neck of the impeached person until such a time when their appeal is conclusively heard and determined, and the earlier impeachment overturned. This remarks by Justice Koome, coming just a day after the High Court in Mombasa temporarily barred the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC from clearing former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko to run for the Mombasa governor's seat. Sonko was impeached from the helm of Nairobi County, and that impeachment is yet to be overturned. Despite appealing an earlier decision by a court that found him guilty and even sentenced him to prison, Sirisia Member of Parliament John Waluke's conviction and sentence still stands, according to Koome.
So is the sentence. If you have been sentenced, you are actually sentenced until the sentence is set aside.
So if you appeal, you're still sentenced?
You are still sentenced. The appeal does not take away the sentence.
You see, why I ask is, we have a case where somebody was sentenced, went to the appellate court, and they're back in Parliament. So I'm thinking now, so that sentencing, what was that all about?
Yes, I think we interpret the law the way we like to,
yes,
for our benefits. Of course, if I want to benefit, I will interpret it the way I want. Therefore, but the law remains the law.
The sentiments by the Chief Justice could see an influx of cases in court, various individuals and civil society groups seeking to have orders barring the IEBC from clearing previously convicted or impeached individuals from contesting elections. Former Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu is one such person. Ibrahim Karanja, KTN News.
Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka's candidature for president could be hanging in the balance after the Registrar of Political